So this is my gun. It's a Smith & Wesson something.
M&P 9.
M&P 9. And it's great.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's the Late Boy Scout, and welcome back to Front Sight. I'm here with my lovely wife, Mrs. Scout. Oh, she's so wonderful. We're having such a fun time. And we're doing a front sight gear check for ladies. We're going to tell you all the stuff that we picked out from Mrs. Scout that she brought down. We're going to talk about how it worked out for her, choices she made, choices I made for her maybe, as well as, give a little bit of a review of how everything's working out for her. So, why don't you start from the top, work your way down to the bottom, and tell them, everybody, what you got.
All right. So obviously I've got a hat on my head. I actually came down with 2 hats just in case one didn't work out, which was a really great thing because I chose this hat because it was cute. That's obviously important to some people. It did not work out for me so great with my sunglasses and with the ear protection, so I actually switched to a different hat. So good idea to try out what you're going to wear with everything on before you come, or just bring a backup hat. You also have to have eye protection on the whole time. If you have prescription glasses, you can buy some things to put on there if you want. These worked out great for me. So shirts, the whole time I've been here, I've been wearing an assortment of shirts that I have from Columbia. I really like their fit and the features of their shirts. Today it got super hot. I had this shirt on all day. It's part of their line that's called the Omni Cool. It keeps you cooler. You can actually pour water on it and it will help cool your skin if you need to. I didn't need to do that, but nice to have that option.
It's super sexy too. Doesn't she
Totally,
look awesome?
Right?
Can you believe she's had 3 kids? Looks so good.
Right. Stop. Okay, so then my belt.
It's made by 511.
By 511.
And it's called the Double Duty Belt.
And you can tell who purchased this. It's great. It holds everything. It is super hard for me to put on by myself. I mean, I can put it on through the loops. I get all my stuff on there and I can get it tightened one time. But for the first, 2 days at least that we were here, I'd have to come out of the bathroom and be like, honey, fix my belt. And he's having to adjust it for me. It's really hard for me to get it cinched up and pulled tight and feel secure. Also, it was hard for me to get the placement correct. You know?
On your hips.
Yeah. So maybe that's something that I probably could have practiced that before we came and it would have been better. But it was just kind of a learning curve for that.
Quick side note on the Double Duty Belt. It's reversible, so it's desert or kind of a coyote tan on one side and black on the other side. That's why it's called the Double Duty Belt. But that also gives it the advantage of being super rigid, and sometimes the drawback of being super rigid, because it helps to support all this gear that she's got on her belt here. But again, kind of difficult to thread through there. The other huge advantage to this belt is it's cheap. It's like 20, maybe 25 bucks max. So there's a lot of much more expensive belts you can get into that are probably easier to work and kind of adjust. But again, this one's really affordable. So there's that.
So this is my gun. It's a Smith & Wesson something.
M&P 9.
M&P 9. And it's great. This holster has
it's a Blackhawk Serpa holster.
Blackhawk Serpa holster. And it has this locky thing, and you can't have that when you come, so they will disable that. My disabler lasted 2 days, and then they
had to rework it a little bit.
Yeah, then they had to rework it. So keep an eye on that if you have to do that.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 separate magazine holders.
So these are also made by Blackhawk, and we got the carbon fiber look on the outside just for fun.
In my pocket, I got this cute little knife, and Mr. Scout here wanted me to bring this big knife, but I like cute things. So I have this little Kershaw knife, and it's so great. I love it.
It's a Kershaw Chive. Now the big knife that I asked her to bring was the Benchmade Mini Griptilian small knife. She's like, it's the big knife.
I was like,
I guess it's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah, I like that cute little knife.
All right.
And it's super sharp and it's great. So I have a Fitbit in my pocket, but that's all else I have in my pockets. So these pants I had a hard time finding pants, guys. We ordered some 5'11" pants, and I'm right in between sizes. We didn't have time to send them back, try different ones and all that. So we went to Cabela's, tried on 20 pants or something ridiculous. I'm not super loving the cuteness of these pants.
You just
From
don't.
a fashion perspective,
Okay.
I would not choose these.
Okay.
However, they have been awesome for the range. You have to have cargo pockets here. The other pants that we picked out, which were also from Cabela's, super comfy and way cuter, don't have side pockets. Pretty much pointless to have them here. Everything you're doing here, it's like, put this in your pocket, put this in your pocket. You don't have time to get in these little pockets. You have to have these big pockets here.
Yep.
So they've been great for that.
We'll give you the exact model of this particular name. I think we still have the tags for them.
Yeah. They also roll up into capris if you need to, so that's a nice feature. Shoes, I'm a runner, so I have a lot of running shoes. I just picked some shoes that I knew were very stable, had a lot of cushion in them, and that I could stand for a long time in them. So I'm used to being on my feet, so that hasn't really been an issue for me at all. I noticed a lot of other people are wearing boots and stuff. For me, I just have my usual Saucony running shoes on. They've been awesome, so I've been very happy with them.
Cool. And you're not feeling the rocks too much
Nope.
through the soles?
Nope.
They're totally comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, these are...
Hold them up high so the camera can see them.
What, you want me to do like a kick or something?
Yeah, there you go.
Can you see that?
See the Sauconys? There they are.
So they have a pretty thick sole. I'm not wearing like Converse or something like that where it's very thin, because you would for sure be feeling it. Some people do, and so I guess it's kind of a matter of preference. But if you're doing the four-day course, that's a long time on your feet.
Yes, it is.
So if you are normally at a desk job or something where you're not used to being on your feet, you need to have something to protect them and give you some stability.
So key point there, I think, is that boots are not necessary
No.
for this course. A lot of guys show up in boots. They feel like they got to have boots on because it's a tactical course. But ultimately, you need to be comfortable on your feet. And it's not that much course movement or course, abrasiveness on your shoes. Just a little bit of gravel you're walking on for the most part. In these introductory courses like the 4-day handgun, you're not moving around in a lot of aggressive ways. So get something you're going to be comfortable in. That's going to be a big help to you.
Right.
Okay. So we also brought packs, each of us, and had a number of things in there. Go ahead.
All right. So for my pack, I use my Camelback. This one is called like a Day Star.
Yeah.
I've had this for a long time, like probably 5 or 6 years. I love this pack. It is just the right size for me. You can see we have a bit of a height difference here, so I can't really share much gear. This is a woman's cut, and it is just right. It has this back zipper, so if you had a hydration pouch, you could do that.
It actually came with a 2-liter.
Yeah, I actually use this for traveling, and for my carry-on, I can slide my laptop in there, and it fits perfectly, and it's nice and cushioned and protected there. So back here on one of the shoulder straps, I've got an extra pocket, and I use that to hold my phone, which is pretty much pointless at front sight because there is no service for me. And
A couple spots, like one
Yeah.
spot that gets pretty good reception, but aside from that, when you're on the range, you can use your phone as a camera.
Yeah.
You can't use it as a video camera, but you can use it as a camera. But otherwise, if you want to Instagram, good luck doing that
Yeah.
from the one spot where there's reception. Otherwise,
Yeah.
save until you get back to the hotel.
yeah, it's really just for taking pictures. That's it. Plus, there's so much information coming at you. It's not like you can be checking anything on your phone.
That's true.
So, well, for sure, bring a water bottle.
Okay.
It is super hot here.
They do provide water at the ranges. They've got great big jugs and little cups, so if you forget to bring a bottle, you can manage that way, but it sure is nice to have your own water bottle and be able to
Yeah.
fill up and drink whenever you want to.
And it's also nice to be able to have something that closes. It's very dusty here.
Yes.
Especially when you're working next to other ranges. There's a lot of junk blowing through.
Yep.
And
It's been incredibly windy here.
Yeah.
Like it's rare. I've never seen it this windy here. It's been really windy during our trip, and that's, again, it's kind of a rare thing, but something worth noting.
Yeah.
We got little knickknacks, things we like to have with us all the time in our
one
packs.
little thing that I think everybody should have when they come here, because no matter when you come here, it is going to be sunny. Bring chapstick that has SPF in it. They have sunscreen here, but I wouldn't plan on that. I mean, there's a ton of people here, so you never know when it's going to run out. If you bring something as a backup, but for sure have chapstick that has SPF. I even noticed our range master, he had an SPF chapstick that he was putting on, and because your lips, if you get uncomfortable, it's really hard to focus, and there's so much to pay attention to.
True.
All right, so do you want to hold this
Yes.
for me? So I have one jacket here.
This is more of a kind of a warmth jacket.
Yeah, this is a Columbia jacket also. So like I said, I really like the Columbia brand and all their gear. So I use this for concealment, for the drills for that, to pull back and whatnot. It is pretty warm though, so I'll probably switch to a shirt tomorrow instead.
Hearing protection is the Howard Light brand hearing protection. Most of you guys have seen these, the Impact Sport, I believe they're called. I'm using the exact same ones. They're great.
Ammo, gotta have that, and lots of it. Then I have another jacket that is also Columbia.
Surprise, surprise.
Yay. This is my windbreaker. Now the first day we were here, it was pretty cold. I had on a long sleeve shirt plus this jacket plus my windbreaker. It was so windy. Even the second day we were here, it was still windy but not as cold. So I still use this, and it helped me stay more comfortable. And like I said, guys, if you get uncomfortable, then the information coming at you is just gonna like blow right over you. It is so hard to focus because you're like, I'm hot, or I'm cold, or I got dirt in my eye, whatever. You know, so some of these things, it's a bit redundant that I have two jackets, but I really felt like it helped me to have them. Oh, and there's my bobby pin.
There it
Ladies,
is.
you need hair clips and ponytails because it's windy.
One of the keys, I think, to coming to Front Sight is be prepared for any kind of weather, really, because it's all outdoors. Everything you're doing is outside. So it could rain on you, and the class is going to continue. So bring something that's going to protect you from the rain, or look at the forecast and make your mind up from there. Plan for it to be fairly chilly in the morning and pretty hot in the afternoon, or somewhere in between. It's wise to have multiple layers and to be able to peel them off or put them on as needed. So there's that. How did it all work for you? Do you have any complaints about anything you brought?
I don't think so. I mean, I think I wish that I had spent more time trying stuff on.
Okay.
I mean, you know that I hate trying stuff on. My pants come, they sit there on the bed or on the dresser with the tags on them.
I'll get to them eventually.
I hate trying stuff on. I like cute stuff, but I don't want to try stuff on. And I wish I would have spent more time actually going through this, and you had told me, like, did you put this stuff on the belt? Have you done this? And I'm like, no, it's fine. And I think I relied too much on you for that stuff, where I should have just done it in advance. And then I would have known, like, hey, this hurts my hips or whatever, and we could have addressed it then.
Yeah, definitely. The 511 strike pants are the ones that we ordered before for her, and they would have worked out great. I saw lots of other ladies wearing them. There's a women's version of those pants.
And they're cute.
They look good. And they got cargo pockets, and they're stretchy, and these are nylon with some spandex in them?
Yeah.
So they're good good for movement, right?
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable
and
for
they're
moving
nice
around.
and airy, so that's good because it does get hot.
Yeah. The strike pants, again, would have been okay if we probably had spent more time getting the sizing proper. And I saw lots of other people in class wearing them, both ladies and guys.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a popular pant right now. All good?
Yeah.
Set? Okay, let's move on to me, guys. So what did I bring? Well, a lot of the same stuff you've seen before. I got a hat on, of course, glasses. Got these right here. This is my, True Spec camp shirt, I think. And it opens up with buttons really fast. Got a little polyester shirt underneath that with a big belly hanging out and all that. I've got my my 511 double duty belt as well. That's the reason she got hers, is because I like mine so much. I'm wearing the Blackhawk double mag pouch as well, and the Blackhawk Serpa. No, actually, this is not the Blackhawk Serpa. My mistake. It works a lot like the Blackhawk Serpa, but this is actually the holster that comes with the Canik, and so that's the gun that I'm actually running, the Canik TP9 V2, and there it is. This gun, you know what? I think I'll save that for another video. I'll talk extensively about it in another video. But that's what I brought for my gun. For a knife, the Benchmade full-size Griptilian, because I'm not afraid of a larger knife. And,
it's fine with me that you carry it.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to do all the cutting anyway. Let's see, I think I have all my cell phones here in this cargo pocket. By the way, the pants are the 511 Strike pants. And I got 2 pair. These ones in Coyote, as well as their Storm color, which is the kind of a really nice neutral gray. It's great, great tone. Then I've got 3 magazines for the Canik. Got one in this front pocket, and we've got these 2 great front pockets right here that are just fantastic. It's a little difficult to feed straight into that pocket sometimes, not every time, but when I'm doing drills and I need to stow a magazine in a pocket, occasionally I find myself kind of going like this and kind of getting caught on it instead of feeding it right in. But as long as I kind of point it towards my leg first and then jam it down, it'll usually go in. The cargo pockets themselves are pretty nice. We've got Velcro on the front and on the back, as well as 2 dividers on the inside, and then space outside of that for ammo and other loose material. We've got reinforced knees on them. We've got a gusseted crotch, which I'm not going to show you in detail. We've got, I don't know, they just work great. As far as shoes, these are like my Columbias. There's some everyday shoes that I wear. I don't know if you can even see them in the video, but there they are.
Do you want me to hold it up?
Should you hold? No, that's
no.
okay.
Okay.
Anyways, they work fine too. They're, like I said, kind of everyday shoes, but they've been fine. The shirt, like I said, I'm kind of using as a cover and also kind of wearing when it's a little bit chillier. In fact, the first day I had one of these shirts tucked in, and then I had a rain jacket over the top of that, using that as cover. So things kind of change depending on how the weather goes from day 1 to day 4. So there's that. I think I got through everything kind of critical on here. I have kind of the usual stuff, some lip balm, little multi-tool, some marker and things like that I keep down in the pockets, but I don't access them very frequently during the class. Wallet, of course, keys over there somewhere, and that's mainly it. I have a water bottle as well. It's sitting in the car, but the bag that I used for taking to the range, stowing my gear in, is this right here, the SOG Ranger bag. I'll bring it a little closer to the camera so you can get a closer look at it. And this is one that I saw down at SHOT Show, was pretty impressed with. SOG agreed to send me this one to test and try out. So far, I'm liking it. We've got this big pouch here on the front that is all kind of protected and hard, which is really cool for certain items. Keeping like food items and stuff in there, fruit that I don't want it to get smashed and mixed in with ammo and, you know, smushed and bruised or whatever. I think I've got some first aid and other food items in here. It's sort of outside pouch right there. Camera as well, which I'm not really using. Down in here, ear protection, the Howard lights, just like she's got. Ammo, and also my, what is this? My Marmot jacket. You've seen this in pictures and in videos before, and I'll roll in some pictures of it. So this pack has been great. It's small. It's like a 16-liter pack. One of the nice things about it, one of the things I've really enjoyed, is that it's got a very kind of a rigid back to it, so you can't really squish it this way very easily. And so the advantage that gives me is I've got kind of lighter, softer stuff down here at the bottom, perhaps some ammo on top of that. Then, you know, some rigid things up here in this shell area. I set the bag down and it basically stays standing up like this. I'll lean it up against a chair or something, but it doesn't collapse and fold in half into a heap. So it's still easy to access everything that I want to get at. So that's one thing I've liked about this as a range bag. I think I'm going to test it out quite a bit more for maybe some hikes and other trips. But so far, I'm liking it. It's a useful and pretty versatile pack, so I'm digging it. That's the SOG Ranger. I think I've covered everything else that I want to cover in, you know, pretty shallow detail. Once again, I'll talk about the Canik TP9 V2 and my experience with it at Front Sight probably after 4th day, maybe after the end of class on the 4th day. And right now, of course, it's just the end of class on the 3rd day, so we'll see how things go for day 4.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Getting worn out yet?
Yeah, it's pretty exhausting being here and being outside all day. There's a lot of up and down and
Yep.
sitting and listening, but while you're sitting and listening, you're also reloading. It's like you're constantly doing stuff and trying to remember everything. So
And I think I'll do a separate video with you kind of talking about the front sight experience from a woman's perspective, and generally talking about, you know, is it right for you as a woman, or is it right for your wife or your daughter or your mother or whatever. So stay tuned for that. I think we'll get that video out as well. But thanks for sticking around and listening to this gear check. I'm the late Boy Scout, Mrs. Scout. Thanks again for coming down with me.
you're welcome.
She's doing this for my birthday.
And brownie points.
Yeah. I'm late Boy Scout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Here's my Remington 870. This is the gun I've been shooting for quite a long time. Put a Black Hawk strap on it. The sling is very cheap and very basic, and it was all I needed for that class.
Was it necessary?
Yes, it was. You absolutely need a sling on your shotgun.